So, anyways, hi, I'm Heather Sprague. I'm from Cushing, and I'm running for state representative of House 43. I can't. Somebody's gonna come help. I don't know how yet. Usually just hold on to it and talk.
She would have been before Mama.
All right. My name is Heather Sprague. I'm from Cushing, lifelong resident. Was a clam digger in the Thomaston River for about 20 years. Grew up here, worked here in the district. Well, mine anyways. I'm running for Cushing, Thomaston, South Thomaston, St. George, and part of Owl's Head because I am sick of what's going on. I am sick of how people are treating our country. I'm sick of Americans not being appreciative of their freedom. I'm sick of the division. I'm sick of the high prices of gas. I'm just sick of it all. It's being run right into the ground. And I'm here to tell you that I'm going to bring the freedom back, and I'm hoping that other candidates will win too, and we can all do it together. Because that's the only way anything's going to get done, is if we all come together and do it as a great big team. Every day is a great day to celebrate freedom, no matter what. We are losing it piece by piece every day, and it's important that we tell our friends and neighbors that. It's important that people know what's really going on and what's at stake here. Because if we lose here, we lose for good. There will be no more picnics, no more 4th of Julys, no more mud runs, no more nothing. It'll be awful. We don't want that. We have to remember what so many fought and died for. So many died on beaches. They bled for it. They didn't come home just to see that flag still wave. And it needs to stay in that air. It needs to stay flying high for all to see. There is no other place to run. This is it. There's no other place in this world where freedom lives. This is a beacon of freedom, and we need to keep it that way. Forever. It's so important to me. It's not even funny. I wished it was that important to everyone else. Not here, obviously. You guys are here. It's that important to you, and I thank you for that. But there are so many people out there that don't understand the importance of what we're doing. They hate us for it. In fact, I get a lot of hate and a lot of blowback. But it's because these people don't appreciate their freedom. They've been brainwashed into thinking it's not important. They take advantage of running around all day and bitching and complaining about things and just taking it for granted. I ain't no professional at this. I'm not a politician. I'll never be a politician. I'm never going to say what you want to hear. I'm always going to say what you don't want to hear. The truth. No matter what. I will not be pushed back, silenced, censored, bullied, harassed, into thinking any other way. I'm here for a reason. I'm a grateful American, and I'm here to bring that back, to stay. I hope you'll join me in this endeavor. My website is spragueformaine.com. I'm going to need help doing this, and I would appreciate all the help we can get. God bless America.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Adam Simmons. I'm running for Senate District 13, which is all of Lincoln County, Washington, and Windsor and Georgetown. As Heather said, she's a clam digger. I've dug right beside her for many years. I'm still a clam digger. She is not. But commercial fishing's been my life, and they're trying to destroy that. The government is. And it's an $800 million a year industry for the fishermen in the state, $4.6 billion to the economy. And that's a big reason why I'm running, and I'm going to continue to run and fight for other stuff that's up there that people are fighting for. But like Heather said, she's not a politician. I'm not a politician. I just want to go to work, and it's getting worse and worse every year to try to do that. But if anybody's in Lincoln County, Washington, or Windsor, or Windsor or Georgetown that's here, I appreciate your vote, and I'm glad you guys came out today. Thanks.
Awesome. It's good to see so many good people out here. I don't have anything specific I was planning to say. I really just came out. I'm from over in Auburn, Androscoggin County, where I'm running for the state senate out there to win back one of the biggest swing seats in Maine. But my friend Jeanette Wheeler said, hey, we're doing this great event today. Well, come out and join us. So this seems like a fun time. It's good to see you all. You know, there is a lot at stake this year. I think we all know that. We've been through a lot these last 4 years. We went from being a state that was on a good track. We were getting our financial house in order. We were getting our freedoms back piece by piece, from constitutional carry to so many other freedoms we've won back. And now we've just gone through what seems like 4 years of darkness, where we have been locked down, shut down, had businesses shut down, had our medical freedoms stripped away from us. And boy, it really feels like this is the year where our back's against the wall. We got to win this year, or where does Maine go? We're on a bad road unless we get things turned around. But we got some really great people willing to step up and serve. I know Abden Simmons is running for the state senate here in Lincoln County. This is a seat we have to win. Of course, getting Ed Thielander in the Congress and Paula Page back in the Blaine House, these are all things that'll make a big difference. But in the big picture of things, I think it's also worth remembering, you know, what we're fighting for today is what has been fought for by so many generations of Maine people since the very beginning. You go back to the American Revolution, you go back to our founding generation 10 generations ago and what they fought for. I think it's often forgotten the role that Maine played in the American Revolution. You know, we just celebrated our Independence Day. I don't know about you, but I was sick and tired of seeing our Independence Day celebrations canceled year after year. I'm glad to see we're finally getting back to our celebrations. That's truly wonderful, because it's important that we remember what was sacrificed and what people fought for. I often think about the Battle of Machias, which I'm always surprised not a lot of people know about the Battle of Machias, but this was the first naval battle of the American Revolution right here in Maine. After the shot heard round the world at Lexington and Concord, the people up in Machias who had been selling, they were a logging community, they were selling their lumber to the British, they said no more. We're not participating in this. We're not going to assist in this war against our fellow citizens, our fellow Americans. And so they said no. The British sent 3 ships up there, 2 warships and a trade vessel. They said, if you're not going to trade with us voluntarily, we're going to make you trade with us by force. But in the meanwhile, the people of Machias had put up in the town square something called a liberty pole. It was a red cap on a wooden pole that was declaring their freedom and independence from the British crown. And when the British sailors saw that liberty pole in the town square in Machias, it said that the captain of that ship flew into a rage. When they landed there in Machias, they told the people, you better take that liberty pole down or there's going to be consequences. And the British soldiers, the British sailors, they were armed. They were armed with firearms. Maine people up there, not so much. They had their axes and pitchforks, that's all they had. But they decided that was going to be enough. So rather than take that symbol of their freedom and independence and their defiance of the king down, they grabbed those axes and pitchforks, they charged the ships. Within minutes, they had won the first naval battle of the American Revolution. The British didn't see it coming. Not only did they commandeer those ships, they took them, they formed them into the first a naval force. They started attacking British supply lines, growing an even bigger Maine Navy. The British came to hate them so much, they came back to Machias a second time, but this time the people of Machias were standing strong along with native Maine people. They stood together, they repelled the British again, so the British gave up, they went to Portland and they burned that to the ground. So the British weren't all that bad. I'm joking. But that's been the fight from the very beginning. We don't take kindly to tyrants. We don't take kindly to people telling us what we must do. You have a good idea, you can make suggestions to us, we'll take it under consideration. But we don't take kindly to governors or kings telling us how we must live and stripping our freedoms away from us. And it wasn't just that generation. Every generation since from the American Revolution to the Aroostook War to the War of 1812 to so many generations of Maine people have stood and fought for this simple idea of freedom and independence. And it's been 10 generations since that experiment begun. Of course, Ronald Reagan told us a generation ago, he said, freedom's never more than one generation away from extinction. I think we know that today more than ever. That torch of liberty is looking pretty dim right now. So this November, this election, is about reigniting that torch of liberty so we can pass it on to the next generation as it was passed on to us. Because if that torch goes dark, we'll be telling our children and our children's children about that time in America when men and women were free, rather than passing it on to them so that they can experience it for themselves. So I appreciate everyone being out here. I hope that I know everyone who's out here today is going to get out to vote. So I don't need to remind you and urge you to do that. I know you're going to do that. But what I do want to urge you to do is not just to get yourself out to vote, get your family out to vote, get your neighbors out to vote, get everyone you can out to vote, because we really are, our backs are against the wall. We got to win this one. There's no plan B. We've got to win this one. So get everyone out to vote. Vote for principled conservatives. Vote for the Republican ticket. We cannot let the Democrats maintain control of this state after what they put the Maine people through these last 4 years. So let's do it, everyone. Thank you very much. Let's free Maine.
Great honor and privilege to introduce to you the next congressman from CD1 and Maine, Ed Thielander.
All right. Back up here. Hey, how we doing out there? Hey, I am Ed Thielander, and I will be your next congressman. I'll only get there if people actually get up off the couch and do your job. No one can be don't complain about anything anymore. If you don't like, find Abby Simmons on Facebook, find Matt on Facebook, find Heather on Facebook, like and share their posts, sign up for emails. Everybody's got to get out there and call somebody that they haven't talked to and told somebody about these candidates today. We're out there, we're working hard, and we need everybody else to do the same. We will change America, Maine, back to what we know and what we love. We'll do it if everybody gets out there. You know, hey, does anybody want a coward representative down in D.C.? Does anybody want a coward representative in Washington? No! So these people that are running for you right now, sacrificing their time, money, and everything else, they need your help. We are not cowards. None of us have. Heather's never done this before. I've never done this before. Abden, never. Ed, also never done it before. I'm going to Ed just P, because I can't, I still can't say the whole name, even if I'm looking at it. Polawarski. Hey, we will get this, folks. We're going to get it together. There was actually a post, somebody commented on Facebook today about this event. Said, what kind of candidate would actually go out to a Trump event? Right here. Not a coward, not getting chased away. We've really got this, folks. The red wave will not exist, though. That's really what I want to talk to you about. A lot of you already know who I am. 21 years in the Navy, all of it in the SEAL teams. I'm a volunteer firefighter, reserve deputy sheriff. I'm not a coward. I've never done this before, and I'm doing it now. I am serving one more time, and I need everybody, not just to come to these events. All these events feel really good. Everybody's like-minded here. We're having a great time. These are fun, family, conservative events. I don't even know how many people here are actually Republican. I'm betting most of them are just good, independent conservatives. And that's a fact that most Republicans anyways are just, they're just independents that put a tag on themselves. We are independent thinkers. We do not have the hive-minded left that drives and tells us how to think. And that's where we need to be. We're also, right now, we're going to come together. I'm not going to agree on anything stupid. I'm not going to give the left any one little salami slice. I'm going to go down to D.C. and I will work. No one's stuffing me in a closet, making phone calls all day long, trying to raise money for anybody. I'm going to do my job. And if I do my job right, you folks right here are going to get me back there. Right? That's where it needs to be. I'll go down there, and they tell me don't even try and, pass a law or a bill or anything. Well, my opponent hasn't done that. She's been there 14 years. If you start that way, if you start letting people shape you off the bat, which I'm going to say has not happened to me. It has not happened to Heather and or Abner down there at the end, or Matt. We are strong-minded individuals that will represent you, all of you. Let's get this done. Everybody, when they leave here today, you're going to do something other than, sit on the couch. While you're sitting on the couch, find somebody, call somebody, let other people know that we're out here and we exist. I am thoroughly convinced at this point that with all the love we're getting from independents and the Democrats, that people just need to know we exist. There's another option out there, and we will actually change this country together. Let's do it. Get off the couch. Let's do something. All right?